我现在人正在波士尼亚的首都塞拉耶佛。这座城市过去曾是南斯拉夫的一部分，位在巴尔干半岛的中心位置。这里是一座被群山包围的城市，整个城市像是被雕刻在山谷之中。小时候我常在新闻里听到南斯拉夫又发生了什么事情，那时不懂，只觉得是个很远的地方。现在我走进了这片历史的现场。波士尼亚是3种族群与3种宗教交错的土地，信天主教的克罗埃西亚人，信东正教的塞尔维亚人，还有信伊斯兰教的波士尼亚人。这趟旅程，我联系上了一位在地人 Steven， 他主动带我探索这座城市，从市中心的泉水与市场，到第一次世界大战爆发的转角街头，从手工制作的子弹纪念品，到街头涂鸦与咖啡文化。在这趟旅程之后，我才真正了解，我们过去对波士尼亚的印象实在太过片面。我们其实并不了解，这里其实是一个拥有丰富文化、多元信仰，却依然选择互相尊重、和平共处的地方。在这里，我走进了真正的街头、学校、清真寺，看见了一座城市如何在历史的缝隙中重新拼凑起自己的灵魂。这不是过去那个你以为的波士尼亚。这是塞拉耶佛。
You can hear the call to prayer from the mosque as we walk.
Yes. Well, how many times in a day? Like
Five
this?
times.
Five
a day.
times
Yes,
every day.
5 times a day.
Wow.
And one interesting fact as we walk towards the street, you see the tram trucks.
Yes.
Actually, we had the first trams in Europe, believe it or not.
Really?
Yes, second in the world after the San Francisco.
Okay. Wow.
When Austria-Hungary got
Yeah.
us in 1878, they wanted to develop the trams and everything.
Uh-huh.
But they wanted to do the test drive, right? So they did
Yeah.
it in Sarajevo, they didn't do it in Vienna. So it was really, really interesting. And you see the trams going now.
Yeah.
Basically, we are walking now. We're gonna enter the old town, the old core of the old town. The official name of the old town is Başçarşıya.
Başçarşıya.
Yes, which comes from the word, the Turkish word, and it's actually meaning main bazaar.
Main bazaar.
Main bazaar.
Main
Yes,
bazaar.
yes.
What is bazaar? Sorry.
It's place for the trading, for the shopping and everything back in the day.
Oh, bazaar. Okay,
Yes,
the market.
yes.
Got it.
Yes,
got it.
yes. Sarajevo before, let's say before 1400s, it was not that big. Why? Well, if you notice, it's surrounded by the mountains, right?
Yeah.
So it's in a terrible position when it comes to the wars, right? And as you know, during the medieval times, everyone was building the fortresses high on cliffs. So it would be waste of time to build one here, because it will be easy surrendered, right?
Yeah.
And when the Ottoman Empire came here, they started developing everything. For
Yeah.
example, this place here, this is the Sebil, the fountain for water. This was built in 1753 by Mehmed Pasha Kukavica.
It's for the people to drink water?
Yes, for the
May I approach?
Of course, and there is a legend. If you drink the water from it, it
Yeah.
will bring you back to Sarajevo.
Let's try this. It's really fresh.
It's a good water.
Yeah,
We have a lot of springs. We are land of many, many springs.
it's true.
There was a guy in 17th century
Yep.
called Evliya Čelebija who traveled through the country here, right?
Yep.
And he wrote what he saw. So something similar to you now that you're informing and giving the lovely information to your people. Well, he wrote that he saw 1,080 shops in Old Town here, and everything is well organized. So we're gonna enter the most famous street, which is actually the Coppersmith Street, which is on our left here.
Oh, yeah.
So, as you saw the floor, as you see the floor is the original floor, 500 years old, and you see the decorations from the copper. It's a big thing of our culture, like I said before.
This is 500 years street, right?
Yes, the Hidic family.
It's a royal family in
But no, but they are one of the most people actually when it comes to the coppersmith and everything. This is their store from outside, and here is the bullets, which I told you.
Oh,
And you see the decorations.
wow. The bullet with a pen.
Yes,
How awesome
they
is
come with
this?
creative ways to make everything. The bullets these days come from the factory, right? Because they're easy to sell. They make can openers, they make it all different kinds. Извини, Pasha.
Hi. Good. How are you?
Beautiful weather, right?
Love it. And in my country, no snow.
Really?
Yeah. Never. I'm from Taiwan. No snow, only raining. So I love this.
Yeah, snow is better than rain for sure. If I need to choose between two bad things. See, we took this one, then the next step is we fill with the lead inside, because otherwise this one it's too soft. If I go like that, they will broke. So when we have the lead inside, I can work on it, see, I can do that. Later on, we remove with the fire, we remove the lead, pour to the next one, and there we go. You can see the final one. See this. Now it's like a vase for the flowers, umbrella holders, transform something negative to something positive. Something that it's killing us, we now use in humanity in much better purpose. And the 500,000, it's official number that it's fell down on the city, and now it's something quite original and unique, for the area.
Wow. It's very amazing that he used that and become another art and make a lot of container. And he said that is for the umbrella.
Yes, umbrella
container.
holder and for the flowers as well. So this street that we are entering now, this street used to be for locksmith street actually. But it's changed. I mean, different things are now popular, right? So we now have a lot of food, really good food places here.
Wow.
Like for example, this Bosna place, this is connected directly to the basketball club, Bosna, which used to be champions of the Europe in 1960s. Basketball is really popular here as well.
Basketball is our second popular in Taiwan, actually.
Yeah.
First one is baseball, and the second one is basketball.
I wish the weather was really better so we can play some basketball.
That's true. Because we are influenced by some kind of Japanese comics, and then when we were in high school, we played basketball and baseball, basically.
Yeah.
Maybe there is a game between Bosnia and Taiwan. I don't know. Maybe.
I will check. Hey, that would be amazing.
That's true. I love that people try to clean the snow
Yes.
on the roof.
Everybody's active. It was like this, believe it or not, for Winter Olympic Games, because the day before the opening of the Winter Olympic Games, it did not snow, actually. So during the night, everyone was panicking. How are we going to host the Winter Olympic Games and there is no snow, right?
Yeah.
So what happened was actually it snowed so much over the night that everybody had to go with shovels outside and clean. And everything was delayed for 4 days, the competition and everything. So it was really magical. I will show you just briefly here like one really cool place. You see outside is the building, right? Upstairs, the floor. And downstairs you will see it's empty. And there is a coffee place, right? You see one entry, right?
Yeah.
The reason it was one entry for the safety reasons. Back in the day, for example, if we are travelers and we come here and on the ground floor we leave our horse. Capacity of the horses was around 70 horses could fit. You leave your horse and your trading goods and everything. And then upstairs is the 40 rooms. In each room 4 people could fit. So capacity was 160 people. And for 3 days you could sleep for free here. Because 3 days is enough for you to have a rest, to finish trading what you brought, and to continue your travels.
Yeah.
So this is still like preserved, because up floor where is all where it used to be the rooms, now it's renting for the agencies, for the lawyer offices and everything. And downstairs, the original floor you see is the cobblestone, and this downstairs is now the place.
But you say the one entry is because of safety. What do you mean? Like there are a lot of horses and people?
The horses just would bring you bring your trading goods and everything you had in your life at that moment.
Yeah.
So if someone steal it, it would be a big issue. So you see there was the doors and they close at night those doors and no one can enter. So you would be safe here. So you wouldn't have to worry about everything. And you can look a little bit here inside how it looks around. This is where all the students hang out, this bar here. It's a coffee shop, pretty much, you see. This one is the most popular because we mentioned before students hanging and everything. So after you. So this is where they hang and everything. Zdravo, Buraz, kako si, šta ima? You can take a seat here. You asked about the young people before, what they are doing. Well, if you look around, they are drinking all traditional coffee, hanging with each other, you know. So it is a good time for the young generation as well. And with Ottoman Empire, they developed, you will see the beautiful clock tower, which is one of the only ones in the world, actually, which goes on the lunar time, actually. So you will see, they use Eastern Arabic numerics, and you will see the timetable will be nowhere near as on your watch. Because for the Muslims, the new day starts with the sunset. And there, when it's 12 o'clock, that means it will be sunset. So it will show 12 o'clock actually when it's around 4 o'clock on our normal time.
Okay.
So it's really interesting. And you will see the clock tower, it is really beautiful. And the clock tower was, the mechanism was brought from two young Muslims, all the way from London they brought it actually. So it's really interesting. And the guy who is keeping in charge of this clock tower, he is the same person for the last 35 years. And every week, to update the mechanism, he has to climb 79 stairs to update the mechanism. So
every day?
Every week.
Oh, every week.
Yes. So it is really, really interesting, you know. They're the same guy who do it
35 years.
Yes.
How old is he right now?
He is older gentleman, much older now. He's not the young guy like he used to be. He's not really fast anymore, you know. So.
Thank you.
Hvala, Buraz, puno. See on top of the grounds because of the boiling water, and that's, we call it best part, right? We call it like sauce, kaymak on our, you know, language. And we usually take the top and we scrape it in our cup because that's the best part, right? And then the rest you can mix. And this is extremely hot as well, so you see it's two different materials, how it's made, because if it's from the same material, it would be extremely hot for me to carry this. So it's really important to do it that way. And then we pour the coffee. And we also drink coffee with the sugar cubes. This is the Turkish delight, the sweet. This you can drink with coffee, but also it is not mandatory, right? Especially since after the war, not everybody could afford to have sweets. But the way we drink it, we take a sugar cube and we put a little bit inside. And then you take a bite and take a sip in the same time, so you have a mixture of the flavors, actually, sugar and coffee. So we do it like this, basically. And that's the ritual, how we drink. And then we talk about everything, we hang with our loved ones, we enjoy the time. It's our comfort zone, it's where we discuss everything. And we, like you said, we feel relaxed, we feel loved by the people around us, and it's just every day, every moment in a day is good moment for the coffee, you know. There is never a bad time for the coffee, you know. Especially when we are studying and everything, we used to drink this coffee so much.
Enough?
You can do more, a little bit more. That's good.
So I have to eat this, right?
Just you see a little bit, you take inside just so it's soft, so you can take a bite, and then immediately you take a sip. So you have a mixture of the sugar and the flavor of the coffee inside of your mouth. Yes.
Yes. And then eat it.
Yes, bite it. Yes, and take a sip immediately.
I'm going to drink the coffee back home like this.
Yeah. That's the only right to do it here. And then the rest of the coffee you can drink however you like. This is a traditional, you know, to start ritual and everything.
Wow, that's great. And I see here they are locals.
Yeah, like 95% is the locals. They cannot find this spot. Usually people think it's just, when they look from outside, they don't see the coffee place, they see selling carpets and everything. So they don't understand, they think it's just some secret passage. But actually this is like one of the most important places for the locals in Old Town. To drink traditional coffee, to talk, you know. And
in my country, we like to eat half hot. It's very different. Here, people drink coffee.
Yeah.
And do you guys like do this at home too?
Yes.
Sometimes?
Yes. For example, every time my mom, when I was younger, she makes it in the morning, and then we sit around the table before the breakfast, and we drink coffee together, you know. And also, like any time you have a guest over, when the guests come, you have to treat them really nicely. So you know, you make them coffee and everything, you know. And everybody drinks coffee, so it is like such a big thing for us. Gazi Husrev Bey.
Gazi Husrev Bey.
Yes, and he's one of the most important people in our history, because of him everything got built. He gave order for the things to get built, and everything was built according to the plan. So for example, you had there like the Han as well for trading and everything, like we said. Here you will see, as we are walking shortly after, you will see the madrasa, the first school, which was built in 1537. In 1537, you know, to have such a high education, like I said, like mathematics, religion subjects and everything, it was unreal, right?
Yeah.
But the position of it, the school, this is now the new madrasa, the new school where they study these days, because the old one is transferred to be a museum.
This is the school?
Yes, Islamic school, yes, madrasa.
Wow.
And on the left, you see the beautiful Gazi Husrev Bey mosque. We can briefly go inside just so you can take some beautiful shots.
I'm glad that the kids here are more outgoing, easy.
Easy going people. And you see this house here, this building. This is where Gazi Husrev Bey is buried, actually. And this here, the fountain, this is for the Muslims to clean themselves before the prayer. During the summertime, during the winter time, they have there in the wooden, the building.
The prayer and this
clean.
step is for people to pray?
No, to clean themselves before the prayer, yes.
Okay, got
Just
it.
be careful, it's really, really slippery.
Sure.
And then the graves on the side of the mosque, those are the graves of the important people through our history. And if you see the details of the mosques and the design and everything, it's strictly calligraphy. The mosques never have faces or idols. And as you travel through our country, you will see different design of the mosques and everything. Because Ottoman Empire ruled us from mid-1400s to all the way to 1878. So it's such a long period of time, right?
Yeah.
So architecture as well changed. Many things developed. You know, this one was built in 1530s. You know, so then you travel somewhere in Bosnia and you see the mosque built in 1800s. It's much different. You know, it all depends. You know.
I realized here we can see the very typical Ottoman history.
Yes.
Oh.
Careful. More things to see, please.
That's true.
We need you to come back as well during the summertime, please.
Well.
And this is called zvekir, the traditional knocker or the doorbell. You know, these days everyone has cameras and everything, but back then the big one.
Yeah.
If they knock, it's a man, right? And on old homes they had smaller one next to it. So when someone has a smaller one, you know it's a woman. So they did not have cameras like these days, but they have, you know, like something. They was really futuristic for those times.
Wow, that's interesting.
And this building that you see here, this beautiful building, this is actually the first school in Sarajevo, madrasa.
Wow.
And you see there is chimneys, right? And what does those chimneys represent? Well, 12 different chimneys, 12 different classrooms, 12 different heating systems, 12 different professors. So every class was for something different. In once you could study mathematics, in other astrology, in another, you know, religion subjects and everything. And why is this place so important to us? Now it's converted to museum and there is many things that you can see when you enter. But also on the side there is building in the glass.
Yeah.
That building is the Gazi Husrev Bey Library, but originally was built in 1537 and it contained 100,000 books, believe it or not. But since the siege and since the war...
How many books?
100,000.
Oh.
Since the siege and since the war, unfortunately, the building was demolished. So we lost a lot of the historical material, but with help of State of Qatar in 2014, they renovated the place. So it's in fully in glass. And kids that you saw drinking coffee there, where they study in the library.
So this is the library, right?
Yes, Gazi Husrev Bey Library. And these days kids study inside. It is really now modern, so it is really nice that the young students can, you know, achieve so much studying here and everything. So it is really, really nice. Just be careful on the stairs, please.
Okay. Problem.
The beautiful stuff, because this is the place where the traders would come to trade the stuff back in the day, right?
Okay.
And this street, this is the, like I said, the main walking street, and in this street here, you have here it's written Sarajevo, meeting cultures. And why is that important for us? Well, this is where the old town stops and Austro-Hungarian part starts. So if you look in front of you, it's all Austro-Hungarian architecture.
This is what, the Sarajevo
meeting
of culture.
Yes, and if you look straight, you will see all Austro-Hungarian architecture. You see? And if you turn around, you will see all Ottoman architecture. So it's much.
So this is more like Ottoman culture?
Yes, this is like Ottoman, old part of the city, Basharcha, and then this is new modern times, Austro-Hungarian. I want to show you this. You see this on the floor here.
Yes.
This is, you can film it like that, and I will stand inside just to show you briefly what it is. So you see the symbol. This is a snowflake.
Yeah.
And the snowflake, this is a symbol of Winter Olympic Games in 1984, which we hosted. We was one of the only communist countries at those times to host the Winter Olympic Games. And the symbol is, you see the empty square where I stand? This represents Sarajevo. And then the 4 other squares represents 4 mountains. So mountains for the Igman for the ski jumps, Trebević for the bobsled, and Jahorina and Bjelašnica for the ski slopes. And then if you look the square together with this, it represents a person from Sarajevo giving you an open hug. So that's the symbol actually. So it is a beautiful meaning behind it. And we hold it dearly and we celebrate it because we celebrate our positive stuff. And this year was anniversary actually, 40 years of the Winter Olympic Games happening in our country. This is where we come to get the local stuff from.
What is its name about this place?
Tržnica.
Tržnica.
Yes.
Look at this. This looks so interesting. Beefsteak. It's like beef?
Yes. Then there is local cheeses, eggs, I mean.
Hi.
Kak ste?
Wow.
Just se buraš, nema? Evo, laganica. Would you like to try something?
Yeah.
Beef fillet, real salami.
Salami.
Yes.
Baby beef salami.
Okay.
Feel free to try, don't
I
worry.
feel it?
Yes,
This
yes,
one?
yes. You can try
Thank
any
you.
you want.
Okay, let me try. Delicious.
Salami also.
Salami.
Yes, if you want to buy something, you always come to him.
Wow, look at this. You have a lot of bad
Yes, that's lamb.
lamb. Still, John. Thank you.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
sir.
Enjoy.
Hvala,
Thank you.
Brasko.
Have a nice day.
You too.
We don't buy this stuff in supermarket because we have marketplaces for this where the quality is much better. And the beauty of the thing is here, when you come, you can try. In supermarkets, they will never let you try, right?
That's true. And you can also feel the hospitality by the people here.
What better way to, like, interact with the locals than like this?
There's no better way.
100%. This is the kaimak. It's made from the milk, basically.
Okay.
You can
Use
just
my
take
hand?
it. Yeah, on your hand. Yes.
Tako, a ima i ova piška.
Wow.
That one as well.
Thank you.
Ne morate dosta, samo nek malo.
Štiš sada.
Ne mogu, hvala, malo prije sam
How do I say delicious in Bosnia?
Ukusna.
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 Da.
Ukusna.
Yeah, we say super as well. Super.
Super,
Da.
ukusna.
Ovo je mladi sir što se pravi pita uvek.
That's young cheese. From that it's made the pastries, which we eat, called sirnica. Or burek, mostly known
Burek.
for the people, yes.
I'll try. Rukusna.
Yeah. She said you can always stop here and you can get the best deal with her. And
Okay.
she will always let you try before you buy, so do not worry. And she will remember you, that's for sure, so do not worry.
Thank
Hvala
you.
najljepša. Iz Tajvana.
Taiwan.
Tajvana, da.
Taiwan.
You try and you see. If you like it, you buy. And no one gonna get mad if you don't buy. As you see, they're more than fine, you know, so you can get closer to us, so you can taste our food, our culture. And just the simple to see the interactions with the locals, which if you are sad, it doesn't matter, you come talk to the people with the locals and your mood will get better, you know, because they always, you saw, with a smile, really positive.
And
they're
also,
hardworking
it's
people.
a great way to learn the language if you want to learn it fast.
100%. They always, you always learn the new word with them, and you can teach them some of your own. So it's a perfect interaction on both sides.
That's true. Wow, this is pretty old school. I can feel that.
Yes. This music is timeless. We listen to it now
See that?
often.
This is the history about Shoho. What do you think that the people they misunderstand about Bosnia? Like, do you know what I mean? Like some people thought this place like this, but actually it's not. What is the number one thing that people misunderstand?
I think they connected a lot with the war,
Oh,
and it's been peaceful last 30 something years. And I think they don't have a right idea that we are really open, we are really relaxed people. Ja si Njober, kako si buraz, jesi dobar? Što ima? Evo laganica. Jasno. Koja šansa da naletim na tebe, a lik iz Tajvana radi oko grafita, brate, sa mnom.
Hey.
You spoke with the...
Your colleague?
He's one of the most talented people that this city has.
The artist?
Actually, yes, he is.
Oh, yeah, this is me.
Such a coincidence.
People you meet on the streets of Sarajevo, the most amazing people you meet, so it is really, really nice.
Yeah, today's my lucky day, you know.
100%.
Okay.
Now we go see where is the Latin Bridge, where the assassination took the place for World War I, and this happened 28th of June, 1914. Gavrilo Princip shot Archduke Franz Ferdinand,
Yes.
who was next in the line for the throne, and he shot also his wife Sophie, who was pregnant at that time. Just a brief explanation. While we walk, Archduke Franz Ferdinand came to visit on 28th of June 1914 in Sarajevo. And there was a lot of people on the streets waving and welcoming him, right? But there was 7 young gentlemen ready to assassinate him that day, because they wanted to send a clear message to Austro-Hungary. They wanted to connect Serbia with Bosnia, right? And this is the place, this is the street that you see here. This street was called Applequay, right?
Abokoy.
Yes. This is the famous Latin Bridge, or some people call it Princip Bridge. And the Archduke plan for that day was come from this direction and go all the way straight to the city hall, make appearance in the city hall where he would hold a speech, and come back and go this way to that street. This street was called Franz Joseph Street, right? But he did not know that there is 7 assassins waiting for him that day. Danilo Ilic was one of the main guys who organized everything, and they had 6 grenades, 3 revolvers, 3 pistols, and everybody had a cyanide, poison to drink after the mission is complete. They got smuggled into our country, and these people was in an organization called Young Bosnia, and they was underneath another organization called Black Hand, which provided them the weapons and everything. That's the military in Serbia who provided all this stuff. Bridge before this one that you can barely see there, you see? This is where the first 4 assassins was waiting. So that bridge before. Where the tram stops here, this is the Gavrilo Princip position. He was 5th assassin that day. And then is Danilo Ilic and the other guy here position. They did not have fixed position. So the plan is simple. Assassinate Archduke, drink a poison, kill yourself, right? But what happened? This is group of students. They are young people. It's much easier to say that you're gonna do something until it's time to be done, right? So actually, when the car comes before the first bridge, it's a group of cars coming. First 4 guys, they froze because they didn't have courage. And the second guy, Nedeljko Čabrinović, decides late that he's gonna throw a grenade at it. While he throws a grenade bounced off Arjuk's car behind, injuring 20 people.
Okay. Wow.
Then he takes a poison cyanide and he jumps in the water to kill himself. But the poison did not work actually. It was just burned down his throat and make him vomit.
Oh.
As the explosion happens there, Arjuk car speeds off. But as the explosion as well happens, Gavrilo Princip, who was standing here, he thinks mission is done, right? So to disguise, he crosses the street and enters here. Here was the doors of the bar called Moritza Schiller. That was the name of the bar. And he enters inside to disguise himself, right? Arjuk goes into the city hall, which is furthermore that way. Maybe you saw it before, the orange building. And he has a speech there, which in his speech he says, I came in Sarajevo and I'm greeted by grenades. He's mentioning this failed attempt. And he says, I want to change the plan. I do not want to go anymore this way. I want to go straight, because you arrested the guy, and I want to go to hospital to visit the wounded people. Everybody knew their plan except his driver, unfortunately. So when they're coming, first car goes straight, his driver makes a mistake and makes a right here. You see where are the tires here? Yeah. This is where his car stopped. Oh. And at that moment they're telling him that he's making a mistake. And as he's putting it into the reverse, the doors open here. And you see here, this is where Gavrilo Princip exited. And you see how far it was from the vehicle. It was open Jeep, you see the vehicle there, how it looked. So it was really easy. He fired 2 shots, killing wife Sophie, who was pregnant, and killing the Archduke. This is them exiting City Hall literally 2 minutes before the assassination.
Oh.
And this is them here, seconds before they make a turnaround. Literally 1 second before they come this way here. And this is Gavrilo Princip, who then failed to kill himself and he was arrested.
So do you think that the Bosnian people, they really somehow have this kind of deep understanding about harmony, how important harmony is? And
100%. It's important to teach people.
That is a basic history in Bosnia school?
Yes. They teach us, but I think the best example is living with people and living in harmony, you know? Mm-hmm. Because the history books you teach, but if your parents teach you properly, that's the best way. Because if they teach you how to treat others, my mother always told me, treat others how you want to be treated.
Okay, yeah.
So I think that's key to life, like if I treat you nice, you're going to come back, right?
Yes.
And that's, if I come to your country, you're going to treat me nice. So that works positive to positive, right?
I would say
we can walk this way.
Yeah. At least one common we have is we all very friendly with the
100%.
guests. Oh, this place is so beautiful.
I want to take you to this shortcut just because of the scenery.
It's a nice place to have a Christmas, actually.
It's beautiful as well. During the summer it's really nice, but during the winter it's magical when they put these decorations. Just be careful.
Okay, thank you.
This is beautiful. Okay, let's go.
When we come to paint and everything, we come day before and paint everything in a background color. For example, you see here it's all black in the background. first we paint a couple days prior, like I said, in the black, so the wall gets dry, so you don't have complications with the paint or dripping or anything. And usually you bring your cans and everything early in the morning, the day you're gonna paint. You bring your coffee, of course, and everything, and you have basically a sketch which you wanna do. And usually we put our sketch, we glue it to the wall, like we just simple tape, so you can watch while you sketch. And first you use random colors. It does not matter really leftovers from the last time you painted. You use them just to sketch, and you fix everything how you want to be. And usually how me and my friends do, we first put the background. Background is really important, so the piece we call the graffiti, this work we call it piece. So to pop out, you first control the background and everything. You see the purple colors, the pink shades and everything. After we sketch, we slowly started painting inside. So this is the next step. After the sketch and the background, you paint inside. This is how you want to paint it. You see there is a shading, so you put the can like this and you hold it to paint down, so the paint goes like this. And after the painting is done, you add the details and everything, as you see the bubbles and stuff like that. And after that you do the outline. What is the outline? Outline is this color, the green.
Oh, okay.
So
that one is like the
yes, we call it outline. And then the green one that comes later, this is the second. We call it second. So you have outline and then you have the second, because the second comes after the outline. That's why it's named. And this we call it 3D, or the blocks that you paint. So this green, you see how thick it's down. It's making like actually the work has a shade going down, like 3D. If you notice, like the letters are moving down behind, actually. Yeah. And you can choose the angle which you do. This one was simply to go down, as you can see. So everything goes vertically down.
Mm-hmm. I would say, how satisfied do you feel for your work?
After it's done,
yeah,
there is no words that can describe. You are really proud of yourself, and you achieved something, which is it's just something from the childhood that you want to achieve something, you know. And then it becomes the feeling is you cannot explain it. It's really like success, and it's good. And then you just, after you finish, we sit for hours and we just look and we enjoy it, you know, as much as possible. We take pictures and everything, you know. So
with coffee.
Yes, of course, of course.
走到这面涂鸦墙时，我心里其实有很多感触。虽然这里有过冲突的历史，但也因为这样，我更能感受到这里的人是真的走过战乱，所以更加懂得珍惜现在拥有的和平。这个旅程最打动我的，不只是景点，更重要的是那些平凡的互动。在喝咖啡时的聊天，在市场里当地人主动邀请我试吃，还有 Steven 一路上不断的分享他的城市与历史故事。原本以为这趟旅程会比较沉重，但没想到我感受到的是一种很真诚的接纳。他们对我的开放远远超乎我的想象，也让我再次体会到，当我们以浪人的方式走入世界，拥抱这份未知，那么这个世界也会用他自己的方式来欢迎你。而这面墙的故事还没说完，下一段旅程还会继续。
Wow, that's a nice car. It's a big one.
With the vans, the traction is better with this terrain.
That was on the place that was put on the where Franz Ferdinand was killed.
Okay.
It was taken by the Nazis and they gave it to Hitler as present. Gavrilo Princip, which is the name of the man who killed Archduke and Emperor Sofia.
Just think about Sarajevo, you have two football clubs. You have a Željezničar and then you have Sarajevo. That's the two main clubs. And if you have a family, for example, who are cheering for this, and then you have someone in family who doesn't cheer for the same team and they don't talk that day, you know, like when it's derby, when they're playing, it's serious, you know. One of my colleagues, for example, his mother was cheering for one team and the rest of the family was cheering for the other team. If the team beats, who is majority of the family cheering for, she doesn't make them lunch that day. There's no food. She's mad that her team lost. So it's serious, you know. We have a joke. This is a joke we like to say. We do not go therapy, we go for coffee.